pulled over and got the camera out so you can see this is the railroad cut. Can you see it over there? All along the road here. So I'm on my way from Kenyon to West Concord, and all along the road here is a cutout you can see from the railroad. This is the Chicago Great Western, and I just had to stop and video this, and maybe I'll stop in a couple more places, but yeah, this is pretty cool. You can definitely see the cutout there. So I'm up the road, down the road, that's right, I'm heading south, so there's the railroad bed right there. Right there. So I don't know, I'll just hold the camera here so you can see that. I'm gonna lose it. Now we're like in Skyberg, that's the sign. So this is the bridge over the Zumbro River. I'm still making my way down to West Concord, and here you go. What do you see down there? So this is 535th Street off of Highway 56, and when you see this road, you can see how it goes up, and there's a little hill and it comes back down. And this is because this road was put in when the railroad was still here. So you might think that this is just a way for the farmer to get into his field when you see something like this. But this is actually the railroad bed. And you can see how the farmer totally erased this railroad bed in this section. Same thing in that section. So now you can see how it's coming back down. I'll just get over by my truck. Yeah, you can see how it's going uphill, and then it comes downhill a little bit and then goes back up to the street. That's the rail bed that I've been following all the way from Kenyon. And sometimes you just have to know what you're looking for. So I'm in West Concord now. Dollar General is where I'm at. You can see the old water tower back there. That's another thing that I think is so cool. All these old water towers, I just love them. Gives you that old country feel. So Dollar General, Diane's with me today, and she went into Dollar General. But I have something else that's a little more fascinating here to me. So I've been following the railroad bed in various places, all the way from Kenyon to West Concord, and I saw this. So I'm going to just take a walk back there. So this is an old, I think it's an old culvert. Some kind of animal was down here. Rabbits, maybe? I don't know. So this is a creek. This is a creek. There's your rail bed up that way. Is this cool or what? I just love this stuff. Okay, now I'm not going to walk down in there. But look at that, will you? Those are old pilings. That's pretty cool. So that's where I was standing over there. And this is where the tracks would go in. This has all been cut down. This is the other side of that bridge I'm standing on. I'm not sure. This is a creek or something. I don't know if that's part of the old siding over there or not, but there was 2 sidings on that side of the railroad that started about this point. It kind of does look like a Y in here, but I'm not sure. This is wide enough for 2 tracks, but I stopped because I was driving by over there and I saw this and I had to get out and walk over here. So I'm at Dollar General and I just got back in the truck from being out there. It's like 4 degrees outside, so I know it's like a heat spell in Minnesota, but it's still cold. And I can't wear gloves with that camera, and boy, it's cold. But now, from here, I'm going to head to the Historical Society. I have done some research online, but I want to see what they have too, so that's where we're going to go next. Okay, check out. You can see how big this gym is, right? Okay, here you go. Walkers, 28 times around approximately 1 mile. There you go. That's it. Walk around this gym 28 times. So we just left this building, and this section here is the community center, and then upstairs is Historical Society stuff, and then this whole building is Historical Society. Exhibit rooms. So we're off to back over where. So we left the Historical Society and we're downtown. There's a couple of buildings here I saw some pictures of, and I'm gonna show you what the town looks like, put up a few photos, and then I'm going to pop in an old photo of the old town hall here right behind me. And then we'll head over and we'll get acquainted with where the railroad was. Okay, so I'm going to pop in a photo here. I think it's probably about like that. Okay, you're gonna see some old cars here. Right there. This is compliments of the West Concord Historical Society. Yeah. Gotta tell you, the older you get, the more the cold affects your body. I'm gonna stand in this driveway over here. I've got a couple things that I'm gonna show you, and then we're gonna place the depot. I'll go in 3 different places. So here's the first thing I'm gonna show you. It's right over here. How's that, huh? That's a railroad marker. I don't know, there's 2 interesting buildings here. This one here, it could be covered or it could be a newer building, but that one over there, I'll bet that could go back to the railroad days, that building. I'm in the area where the railroad is right now. When I look at the eaves, I don't know, this looks like an old building that was covered to me, but I could be guessing. I mean, it would be along the railroad, that's for sure. That's it there. That just caught my eye. Okay, so if you see that edge of that white elevator over there, this is right in the way. This is where the railroad tracks were, but I'm looking at this building over here. There it is, you can see it. It's two buildings, notice it's two buildings. There's a shorter one and a longer one in the back. Okay, I'm trying to, there you go, look at this picture. Diane's holding it up. Yeah, I got my helper with me. See that building? In the picture, there is some kind of a storage unit that was back there, some kind of an elevator or storage grain tank. But that's not there anymore. There, oh, that's a good shot of it. Okay, that's what I think this building is, right there. So this is a 1916 West Concord map that I found at the Dodge County Historical Society, and this would be coming in from the south, coming into town. You can see where it's showing the depot there. And on this map, you can see a siding on this side of the depot, where the plat map I just showed you was just the three sidings on the other side of the depot. So you can see that within a few years, they've already made a couple of changes. And then here's where the siding comes back to the main line. And that culvert I showed you in the beginning of the video is way over there. And I was going to just take a picture, but you can see how big this map is. It's on the table. It's probably 22 inches wide and probably 42 inches long. I'll give you one more look. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to plug in a picture here. This would be the what I believe was the first depot that was built. This is the one that burnt down in 1911. Okay, so this last photo, let's see, let me show you where we're at again. Here's this elevator, okay, and this last photo is taken, shooting towards the north. This is shooting towards the south. So, just about where you see these buildings start, maybe about 20 feet back from there, that's where this depot was sitting. This is another shot of that depot that was that burnt down in 1911. And notice to the right, and I'll point those out, there's a house in the background. And I believe that house is still here, and I'll go down and I'll show you where that house is. Okay, that's the house that I think was in this last picture right here. Okay, so there's town. Here's these storage units. Now, if I was standing over by that semi, that black trailer over there, and I was looking this way, trying to get all lined up here for you. There's that old elevator there. Right about here, probably the first depot was probably closer to the street here. The second one was just a little bit further back, but right in this general vicinity of where this corner of the building is, but further back. That's the view from over there by that semi. If I was taking it, the depot would have been here, and you're seeing the side of the depot over the railroad tracks that were in this section. That's what you'd be seeing, and that would have been right here. So we are in Dodge Center, but don't get excited because I'm not doing anything with the Dodge Center Railroad. We are stopping at Center Family Restaurant. There she is, she's waiting for dinner. Lunch. So Diane's got
BLT.
Yeah. And I've got an Alpine burger. It's actually a Swiss and cheese burger. See, I lift that up. Oh, that looks good. We'll catch you after lunch. So past and present, Minnesota Railroad stations. That's Dan West's depot page. You know, he lists all the depots. And he had some information that said that the West Concord depot could have been moved to Dodge Center, and he actually gives coordinates and everything. So it just so happens that when we were in that restaurant, some old timers were in there, and they asked me, they looked at me and they says, "You don't look like you're from this town." And I told them I was from Red Wing and everything. "What are you doing down here?" I said, "Well, I'm looking for railroad stuff. I'm looking for a depot that's supposed to be moved from West Concord down here." And they know where this depot is that I'm talking about here, and I'm going to look to see if it's still here. And they said, that depot was moved, but they don't know if it was a depot from Dodge Center or if it was from West Concord, because it used to be sitting right here where this water tower is. And now they said when they built the water tower, they moved it, and that's how it got to this, where it looks like it's, behind somebody's house. So I'm going to see if I can see it. But I'm on the corner now of 4th Street, 4th Avenue Southeast And now I'm on 3rd Street Southeast. And, oh, Diane, show them out the window what we're looking at here.
Okie dokie.
I just wanted you to see
Look
that
at
car. It looks like it's on private property, so I'm not going to go out there, but I will take a couple of looks at it. Okay, so I decided there's this water tower here and that fence. I'm gonna walk along this fence and go behind there and just see if I can see the depot. I did knock on a door. There's cars in the driveway, but nobody came to the door, so I think I'm cool here. This is all city property, and I can see there's some tracks here, so I'm almost there. Get some fresh air anyway. Yeah, so looks like a Y here. Okay. All right, here. We'll do this. So there's one set here, another set out there, coming together back there, and this is that depot. Is that the coolest thing or what? And Dan West talked about a seam in the roof. And I'll bet that's the seam right about where it's coming apart there on the roof. It's in pretty rough shape. That's for sure. So yeah, this could be the depot. This could be the Chicago Great Western Depot from West Concord. Who knows? I'm gonna have to see if I can find out for sure, you know, I don't know. But I found it, it's still here. So that's cool. There's another look at it. So I just got back in the truck, and I don't know. That's got to be the depot that Dan West talks about. That says it possibly was moved from West Concord, and then the fellows at the restaurant say that well, that could be the same depot, and then it was moved here, you know. And they said it used to be here where the water tower was, and then it was moved over there. So, you know, but I don't have anything solid, nothing that I've seen, you know. The only thing I've seen is what Dan West said, and now what these two old-timers were telling me that live in this town. So, who can say? Anyway, I hope you like this video. I'll put some links in the annotations so you can see some of my other videos. Make sure you come over and join my Mr. B's Hiawatha Land Rails group page on Facebook. I'd love to see you there, and we can talk some railroad stuff there. It's a fun place. And God bless you all, and I'll see you on my next one.